Hey, what's going on, everybody? Boylon here for another Marvel Strike Force video, and today I want to talk about why I no longer think that Heroes for Hire are legendary unlock material. And I actually thought that for a good while they were a shoo-in, mainly because they had the formula down that, they usually use in terms of farmable and unfarmable characters. But there was something that came out that made me think that maybe this isn't the team that's going to do it. And I'll go over exactly what made me change my mind, but now we got to start thinking about who else is in the running for this. Now, I did a video a little while back, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, about this, and I'm leaning back the other way on this team, but there's also two variations of this team that I want to go over, and one extra possibility that people have been throwing around that I don't think is that likely, but I want to cover it anyways. A lot of people are suggesting that Omega Red next patch might be a dual trait legendary. I did say I think that he could be mutant tech, but I'm not 100% sure on whether or not he will be it, but I'll also give my thoughts on this too. So without further ado, let's get the show on the road. Alright, so I want to start here for the video. This is exactly why I don't think that Heroes for Hire no longer will be the unlock team. And this is a bit strange. Why am I pointing out an offer? Normally, this is not the case, but hear me out. So, Colleen Wing and Misty Knight, you can see in the offer. Let's not talk about Jessica Jones. I have no idea why Jessica Jones is in the offer for this. It's crazy because she's basically replacing Shang-Chi. But 100 shards for Colleen and Misty Knight for $40 Canadian. This is, I think, a $30 US offer. But that's actually, as far as offer value goes, it's actually good. Now I'm doing this because, I don't, encourage people to spend money. However, normally when a team is used for a legendary unlock, you're very unlikely to see offers like this. You're more likely to see, you're definitely not seeing a team offer. You're more likely just to see standard 50 shard offers, especially going forward and going closer to the legendary event, because that's when they save it up for. So the fact that they're giving away so many shards for Heroes for Hire, and especially in the Shang-Chi event, you guys might have noticed with the Silver Medallion, that offered more Colleen and Misty Knight shards on the side as well. They're kind of throwing it at us. Now, Colleen and Misty Knight aside, Shang-Chi is basically 4-star free-to-play, more or less, I would say. And even with some light spending, it's very easy to get there, unlike characters who are Strike Pass characters. Now, we're going to get into exactly this team and sort of the suggestions that are being made about the legendary unlock there. With what I'll let it out now. The Secret Avengers. I have been talking about this for some time because Cap Sam was a two strike passes, same as Polaris, and so that got me thinking a long time ago. It's just that the Heroes for Hire, was starting to get back into it, and I thought that maybe there was some potential here. But now that this offer has come around, I just don't think that's going to be the case anymore. I think that's too many shards for this team to be available so early on before the unlock that I just don't think it's going to be possible anymore. So I do want to look back, though, at my character spreadsheet. You guys are probably familiar with this. I'm going to pull this up here on the right-hand side, and we're going to look at some of the characters and why I thought it was a certain way. So we're basically, if Omega Red is the legendary for patch 5.7 coming up, again, tech mutant, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know how many of them are tech, how many of them are mutant. It doesn't really matter. But in terms of, the usual formula for legendary unlocks, we can go far back as Adam Warlock here, but that was X Factor Jubilee. Now that's a little bit, so if you go back here, it was 2 patches before the Infinity Watch patch here, where multiple Man and Polaris were released that were usable for Adam Warlock. Now I know you go a little bit further, 5.1 for Jubilee and 5.0 for Shatterstar and Longshot. This was a bit of a mixed one. I don't know if Jubilee was really intended to be used for the Adam Warlock event, but if you look at the more recent characters, so Polaris and Multiple Man, that was 2 patches before the legendary now. So if we go and say that Omega Red is the legendary, then you go 2 patches back and you get the Secret Avengers. So now it comes down to who is going to be with them. And that's the biggest question that some people have been talking about. I have said this from the beginning that I think Nick Fury is going to be part of this. But now, in terms of that 5th character, that's where there's some discrepancy. Some people have been suggesting otherwise. So let's go into my roster here really quick here. I know I have a lot of hearts on my favorites list. So there's, you know, other than the Secret Avengers here, which I have Cap Sam, Sharon Carter, and Maria Hill, you know, I've been leveling them up quite a bit. I'm currently at 52 out of 130 for Cap Sam. I did pull some, I unlocked him via 675 cores actually, and I recommended this very early on because I recommend this for Strike Pass characters. If you happen to have extra power cores, I do recommend you to spend it on these Strike Pass characters because there's just such a shard scarcity on these shards that it makes sense to spend a little bit of your power cores if you have them available, you know, from arena or otherwise, to spend towards this. And I did this for Cloak as well. I might do it for Dagger, even though they're not a legendary unlock, but you know, we'll see. And so for Maria Hill, I did blitz pretty hard, but I'm still at 63 out of 130. Sharon Carter, I only did 200 daily, so 50 times 4, and that got me about 102 out of 130. Now I am saving a lot of orbs. I have a ton of premium orbs and mega orbs that I'm waiting to open once we have clarification, 100% confirmation that this is going to be the case. But who else is going to be on that list? Now, I said Nick Fury. I think Nick Fury is going to be here on the list because as far as Secret Avengers go, you know, he has been, you know, tooted in a lot of the videos related to Secret Avengers. And so I think this is very likely. And he is farmable. His event is permanent. He is a 3-star unlock, but you do need to use cream minions, which are still trash. And I know that a lot of, most likely veteran players have 7-star cream minions at this point, but a lot of sort of newer and mid-game players who might be in the running for this won't have the cream minions ranked up or sharded because they never bothered to do so. So this could be a weird wild card here with Nick Fury. But then the 5th character for this event, that's where it gets a bit strange. Personally, I think that it could be Kestrel, because I think that Kestrel still has, if we look back at the character spreadsheet again, that was in patch 5.3, the Heroes for Hire patch, so that is 2 patches before the Secret Avengers patch. But, you know, as we saw with sort of X Factor starting off at 5.0, you know, with Shatterstar and Longshot, that, you know, that is still possible that you could go back the way in terms of characters required for the event. So, you know, I'm at 5-star. That's, of course, 34 out of 200. I don't remember how many cores I put into that, but I haven't opened up, and she is a premium. I haven't opened up too many orbs lately, and she is a premium orb exclusive. So that is a bit of a more challenging, you know, shards to get for her if you didn't get that 5-star. So that does present shard scarcity, and they do like shard scarcity. They like it. They like it having a challenge, you know, making it sure that it's difficult for you to get them, whether that's through exclusivity from the premium orb or whether it's just you know, the strike pass with Polaris, how that was with Adam Warlock and now Cap Sam. So this is a possibility, I think. Now they'd have to name drop her specifically, so the requirements would look like Secret Avengers plus Nick Fury plus Kestrel, right? So because there's no traits, no combined traits, she's not a Secret Avenger, she's not S.H.I.E.L.D. So it would look a bit strange, admittedly. You know, if we're moving into Secret Avengers territory, what it would list on the event requirements would look a bit strange. Now, there is one other character that has been passed around in the content creator circle, it seems like. I just don't know how likely this is. So the other one that was mentioned is Winter Soldier. Now, he is a, I don't know, global... No, he's not Skilly. Sorry, his bio. I guess the relation here is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV show, and that's why they figured that that might be the case. The reason why my Winter Soldier is so highly leveled is because of that. If you guys remember that Winter Soldier... Well, the Falcon and Winter Soldier event, actually, alongside Baron Zemo, that allowed you to use it. So that's why he's gear tier 12. He had 6 red stars. I guess I just decided to put some resources into him. I don't know how likely this is, so I guess if it ends up being the case, he is a farmable character alongside Nick Fury. That makes 2 farmable characters, 3 unfarmable. So from that perspective, that could be it. And you know, maybe Kestrel is just not in the running because she's not farmable. But I also thought that because of her exclusivity, they might want to throw her in there. And, you know, she did have a campaign event anyway, so a lot of people did get her to at least 4-star, and many did get her to 5-star if you paid any money for that. So I think I'm not going to say which one's more likely than the other. I'm not sure. Winter Soldier seems a bit of a strange pick for me, but I understand the relation there with Falcon and the Winter Soldier and all that and Secret Avengers. I just don't know what the chances are here. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the 6 characters of the 5 that of the 6. Oh my god, I don't know how to say it. Which do you think it might be out of those 6 characters? Do you think it's going to be Winter Soldier? Do you think it's going to be Kestrel? Do you think it's not Secret Avengers. And so that's what I want to lead the rest of this video into, is there has been some talk about some other characters that could be included in this, and I don't know how likely this is either. This seems a bit too late to me personally, but we're going to talk about it. There's one combination of characters. This is Phoenix-esque going out there in terms of the combos here. City, Hero, Mystic. So there's 6 characters on this list, 2 of them being new, 2 very, very new, and that's Iron Fist, Cloak and Dagger, Ghost Rider, White Tiger, and Moon Knight. So we know that Moon Knight is going to be made farmable. My chair's in the way. He is going to be made farmable in Cosmic 1-3. That's as of Wednesday. And White Tiger is a Blitz Orb exclusive as well. However, White Tiger was a campaign event character. Moon Knight was a milestone event character, so it was quite easy to get 4-star-ish for him. Ghost Rider obviously has been farmable for some time, and same with Iron Fist. So really the only exclusive characters here, to some degree, maybe White Tiger, but Blitz Orbs are very easy to get through. Cloak and Dagger, and maybe you'd be forced into using Cloak and Dagger specifically, and then 3 others of the 4. I'm not sure about this, and the reason why I'm not sure about this is, let's go back to the character spreadsheet again. You know, let's take a look at Cloak and Dagger. You know, they're just coming out, right? So if Omega Red is the legendary, it's just too late, right? You know, they're going to be released as of today, actually, Tuesday, I think, with the Strike Pass. We'll have to see how that goes as well. I just don't think it's likely. You know, even if Omega Red was at the end of the patch, you know, we know that Cloak and Dagger is 2 months of Strike Pass, so that's going to go well beyond patch 5.7, most likely into patch 5.8, which I kind of put as the bio patch. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it doesn't really matter. The point is that it's going to take 2 months for the Strike Passes to go through for Cloak and Dagger. There is going to be a Blitz related to them as well, but again, you know, I just don't think that that's going to be the case. I think it's far too late. The only chance where this might be the case is if Omega Red is not the legendary and it's actually in patch 5.8. I put legendary here because I was really hoping it was going to be null. I don't know. I don't know. So if it's not Omega Red, there is a chance the Cloak and Dagger and the City Hero Mystics might have some sort of water, but hold some water, but I don't know. And I think the Secret Avengers look more likely. It's just a bit of a strange combination, and depending on whether or not you use Winter Soldier or whether or not you use Kestrel, and assuming that Nick Fury is on the list, I just don't see anything else. You know, looking at the more recent characters, I don't see it being Infinity Watch. Because of the reasons that I mentioned, I don't see it being Heroes for Hire anymore with the availability of the character shards. I just don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think it's going to be New Warriors. I don't think it's going to include Deathpool. And then really, there's not much left. You know, we're looking at basically patch 5.3 and beyond, because patch 5.2 was Multiple Man and Polaris. So, you know, it has to be some combination of these. And if it's not Heroes for Hire, then it has to include Kestrel and Secret Avengers. I think it has to. And then Nick Fury makes the most sense, you know, out of that. So let me know in the comments down below, who do you think it's going to be? Do you still think it might be Heroes for Hire? I don't think it's going to be. Do you think it's going to be Secret Avengers? And if it is Secret Avengers, who do you think is going to be alongside them? I don't think this Hero City Mystic thing holds a lot of water at the moment, but, you know, if I'm wrong, we'll find out, right? So that's the end of this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and yeah, let me know down below. And until next time, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you all later. Boylan signing out.